Good evening and greetings, dear friends. How was your week? It's been a long time since we last saw each other. Please write in the comments. How are you doing? Where are you? But I didn't come empty-handed on your YouTube screens today. Today, I have prepared a special test for you that will show you how soon Alzheimer's disease might develop, or it may never develop at all. Or in a few days, it might already be waiting for you just right behind the entrance door. So, friends, watch. Thanks to graphic elements, a special image will appear on the screen right here. You should quickly find the image of a camel on the screen within 3 seconds. Just kidding. It's not limited to 3 seconds. You can take as much time as you like, but be sure to time yourself with a stopwatch. How long does it take you to find the camel? If you find it, you will never develop Alzheimer's disease. You will also see other animals here. Compete with one another. Who among you can find the most animals? I will leave my regal like in the comments for the person who finds the most. So, friends, whoever finds the most animals, count them and name each one. Find each species, for example, a bat or a mollusk. There are other animals too. A penguin, a kangaroo, and more. The one who writes down the most animal names wins. I will leave a personal congratulatory comment saying good job and give it a like. You may find more animals than anyone else, but the main thing is to find the camel. Don't give hints to others, or the test won't work. At the end of the video, if someone doesn't find the camel, I'll show you where it is so you can protect yourself from Alzheimer's disease. The brain's blood supply depends on how much oxygen-rich blood can reach it and then return. And the ability to spot camels also depends on whether there are obstacles in the blood flow. What can interfere? Atherosclerotic plaques, for example, can cause problems, right? Also, changes in the position of the vertebrae through which the vertebral artery passes in the spinal canal can compress it. Muscles, especially those in the suboccipital group, may also exert pressure when strained. So, friends, for the brain to function effectively and solve problems, it must be kept in optimal condition. We discussed blood flow. We focused on supplying blood to the brain, but the outflow is even more important. If blood enters the brain but drains poorly, causing it to be unable to leave effectively, intracranial pressure increases due to impaired outflow. One contributing factor is impaired venous outflow. Such disorders can occur even at a young age. Even in young children, venous outflow disorders are encountered, primarily due to muscle spasms. Which muscles? If you're only thinking about the camel, take a break and switch your focus. Look at me with one eye and listen to what I'm saying, and with the other, search for the camel. Venous drainage from the head occurs through a network of veins located between the neck muscles, which can also compress them. Which muscles primarily affect venous drainage? First and foremost, the suboccipital group of muscles, including the short flexors. Secondly, the rectus capitis muscle. You may have already encountered it. If not, check out our previous video where we discussed it. Thirdly, the scalene muscles. So, friends, your head needs to be clear. What are the signs of disturbed venous outflow? You wake up in the morning feeling as if you celebrated a big anniversary party last night and the previous month too, and that feeling lasts. Your head doesn't feel fresh. You wake up, look in the mirror, and see that you're not refreshed at all. Freshness only comes in the evening, yet after sleeping, you wake up in the morning without any vigor. It's like Groundhog Day. Life lacks freshness, and everything repeats itself. Other signs of venous insufficiency include morning headaches, facial swelling, and asymmetry. One side of your face may appear larger, one eye might open less, and one side may look different. These signs indicate that you need to improve venous outflow. How can you do this? Let's start with the staircase muscles. Friends, why are they called staircase muscles? You might think they are arranged like steps, but there are 3 of them. To some, they might resemble a ladder, a real ladder, or even the one someone once fell from. That's how the name came about. Have you noticed what I'm doing? I turned my head and located the sternocleidomastoid muscle. I felt the staircase muscles with my fingers, identifying each step. Now this name earns respect. We won't invent any others for you. Everything is set. Imagine how much literature would have to be rewritten if the name kept changing. Do you see what I'm doing? I pressed on the muscle, keeping my hand and head steady, and moved it from side to side. With my nose directed toward my elbow, I moved my fingers downward and continued the movement to the right and to the left repeatedly. After this, you'll notice that your posture appears more aligned, your head remains level, and your facial expression becomes more confident. Those around you may start hating you. Next, we work on another muscle, the short neck flexor. If you remember, we've been discussing this since the first day of the video. We already have 2.5 million subscribers. Remember how we made that special massager? If you recall which video featured that massager, please mention it in the comments. There is also a specially developed high-tech massager available. Our friendly North Korea, or China, has developed special massagers that make the work easier. With their help, you can effectively work out the entire muscle group. Simply place it here, lie down, or set it up wherever you like. Then stand between a wall and squeeze. That's how we work it out. This is the area under the occiput, where we locate the sore spot. Press on it and hold for a few seconds. Hold for 30 to 40 seconds, then change the angle. This targets the area under the occiput. We gradually work through this area and regain our composure. Thus, after working out the occipital muscles, we remember who we are and where we come from. Next, we move on to the following muscle. Which one? I apparently didn't work it out enough or pressed the wrong spot. Oh, now it worked. You see, I've pressed the right one. Next is the strap muscle. Here, difficulties may arise. You might not be as familiar with it as with other muscles, but it is precisely this muscle that helps improve venous outflow and overall condition for those experiencing facial swelling. You should know this muscle. You should. And you know it now. It helps with orientation. As I showed earlier, the sternocleidomastoid muscle appears for the second time in our demonstration today. Focus on it. Place your fingers in the upper part of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. You'll feel a nipple-like protrusion here on the clavicle. See? Right along the lower edge, this element is located. As a reminder from the last video, the temporal muscle can be seen near the sternoclavicular joint and accessed by turning the head. This is a mark left from that video. So, turn your head. You can use whichever hand you prefer. Massage this muscle. First, learn to do it manually with your hands. Do you see its direction? I'll have to stand up again. This muscle extends from here to the chest vertebrae. It continues up to the third, fourth, and fifth thoracic vertebrae, forming an angle here. See? You need to work it at the same angle relative to the vertebrae. This is very important. You can also use special attachments if needed. You might even treat this muscle by slightly turning your head, but first learn to work it out manually. It is quite dense and firm, so it needs to be softened. If you can't see it clearly, come closer to the screen. This muscle requires thorough work. Don't be alarmed if your vision becomes clearer, and the image from your eyes seems to gain more detail as you work it out. This is a side effect of improved blood flow from the brain. As the outflow improves, the inflow also increases. That's how this system works. Science. So, friends, the answer to the riddle is here. Look, now I'll show you where the camel was. Here it is. So, friends, are you pleased? The blood supply has improved. Your eyes are shining, your legs are ready to run, and your hands are eager to dance. That's all we needed to know. Exercise, give likes, write comments, help your parents, and don't forget to subscribe to our new shows. Send this test to your friends and have them check. Could Alzheimer's be coming to them any day?